Hey guys, it's Musically Issue today, and I'm back with another video. Now, today's video, we're going to react to Citizen Soldier's song called Just Be Happy from their album This Is Your Sign Part 1. And the last song on this album was phenomenal. It was Never Ending Nightmare with, I think, the lead singer of Sleeping with Sirens. It was a dope track. Both of them did their thing. They killed it. And I really like the song. I've been listening to it on repeat quite a while now. I've definitely put it on my playlist because it's a great song. And right now it's my favorite from this album. But I definitely want to check out the rest of the songs because the last album, they had some great tracks on it. And especially towards the end, they had some very nice tracks. And this band, the thing that I really appreciate about them is, they all their songs are, personal. They're very, in depth, and they have more of a deeper meaning behind it. It's not never like just some surface level thing about some basic thing or because a lot of songs, they don't really have a meaning to it. It's just a song to listen to and enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do like songs that have more of a meaning to it and have a deeper message and more like something to talk about. It makes it a little more special to me in my eyes. And as an artist, you should be using your platform and your art to express reality and connect with people and talk about deeper topics than just I want to have fun and stuff like that. So I always appreciate that from their side because now I have something else to it. When I'm listening to their songs, I'm also analyzing the meaning behind it and what social situation they're talking about. So yeah, let's get into it.
Say it to me, say it to me. If you think my scars are make believe. I live with monsters every day. You'd kill yourself to escape. But you don't want the truth, you want me to pretend it away. Smile on my face, you left me with razor blades. Your work of art, you hate it till you painted over my pain. You make me feel like I'm crazy when I'm not okay. It's more than I can take. You think my pain is fake. Say it to me, say it to me. If you think my scars are make believe. Say it to me. If you want me to break, then tell me to just be happy.
Okay, so there's two things. Let's talk about first the meaning behind the song. He's talked about this a couple of times before, and I've also talked about my positioning on this. Basically, he's saying it straight up that the person is denying his, what he's talking about. He's saying, I'm suffering, I have depression, I have these other mental illnesses, and the person's saying, no, that's not real, you don't have those, you're just pretending, you're just trying to use it and stuff. And I've talked about this countless times before because he's, mentioned this topic before. There's many different aspects to this. One, it is reasonable that some people might feel that way because there are a lot of people, especially nowadays, online who fake disabilities or fake, mental health problems or just fake whatever, you know. Some people fake their own deaths, fake, you know, a sickness like having cancer. So people can say some crazy stuff sometimes to garner sympathy or whatever. And a lot of times on, you know, social media and stuff like TikTok and stuff, there's a lot of more like younger teenage kids that like to say, you know, they have this mental health problem or this or that. And this isn't to say that they're all lying, but a lot of them do use it to gain either sympathy or feel like it makes them more important or some way. So I can see it on the aspect of people denying them or saying that that's not true, because a lot of times a lot of people sadly do pretend that they have mental health problems to for whatever reason, but they say they do have it when they really don't. So there's that aspect, but then there's also the aspect of some people not believing that, you know, what's the thing called, that depression isn't real. Like, for example, Andrew Tate, he stated that depression isn't real unless if you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, then it won't be there. And that's not how it works. It's not some, like, you know, boogeyman that, oh, it's only exists if you believe in it, and if you don't, it goes away. That's not how it works, because a lot of people that are depressed are in denial about their depression. A lot of people say they're not depressed when they really are, or they're not struggling and stuff. So that isn't really the case. That's kind of contradictory in that aspect. And it's usually people like him that don't have really understanding in you know, psychology and sociology and these, you know, more in-depth fields that say these things. And it's like, well, I'm not going to really take somebody's opinion on something that they have no real expertise in. I will trust more of somebody who has, like, you know, a psychology degree talking about this than just some, you know, random person who talks about random shit, you know. And I think that's one thing people need to take into consideration a lot, is listen to the experts and what they have to say. Don't listen to some random people that don't know it. If that person doesn't have a psych major or doesn't work in that field or doesn't have any expertise in that, why are you listening to what they're saying then? It's just idiotic. So yeah, I don't take those people seriously that say that shit, but it does happen, and it seems like that's what he's going through right here. But then there's also another aspect of them being gaslit by a person who does believe in it, but they, you know, they have this thing where they don't want to be connected to the pain, because then they're like, feel like they're getting blamed, and they don't want to be blamed at all. And it's not about blaming, it's just about, you know, being honest about what is hurting them. But they don't want to be blamed or tied into it, so they try to gaslight the person. So if somebody's like struggling through depression and they're dealing with them in a relationship, instead of them, you know, accepting that they are depressed, because then they'll have to accept that they probably also had a part to play in that person's depression, they want to deny and say, no, you don't have it, you're just making it up and this and that, because they don't want to take any blame, saying, oh, I've, you know, added to their pain. And so they can be like, well, you don't have that, you're not going through it. So there's also that aspect in there too. So there's a lot of things. I just feel like though I do think is an important topic to talk about, I do feel like he's talked about it quite a bit, and I feel like this is something that he can't let go of. And for me personally, like I stated before, if you're dealing with someone who's going to deny it, then just leave them. Complaining about them, you know, not believing you and not trusting you and stuff, and saying you're making it up, is not going to fix the you know, situation. The only thing you can do is leave that person, because that person is going to always treat you like that. So it's no point of keep on thinking about it. Just leave that person and just move on. But the music itself, it's a little weird. The instrumentals are weird. I don't know if I can say 100% how I feel about it. I'll listen to the full song. In the ending, I'll tell you how I feel about the song as a whole. But the message, like I said, I've heard it before. It's getting a little repetitive, but I do still think it's pretty important. Those are just a couple things I feel about the, you know, the whole situation as a whole, about the whole not believing somebody having depression or some mental health problems or something like that. So yeah, let's get into it.
Make a smile, play the part, just be happy. Embrace denial, hide your scars, just be happy. They can't take who you are, so just be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy. I live with monsters every day, you'd kill yourself to escape. But you don't want the truth, you want me to pretend it away.
So that was Citizen Soldier's song called "Just Be Happy." If I'm being honest, I didn't really like the song too much. It just didn't really grab my attention. I don't know how to describe it. I just didn't really like it. The instrumentals were kind of weird. The chorus was in that. The chorus was okay, but the singing didn't really capture me either. I think this is kind of a lower point on this, album, but yeah, I didn't really care for it. The message is important, like I said, and I don't want you guys to get it wrong that I don't think the message is important. I just feel like he's mentioned it a couple of times, and it's bad to have a lot of repetition, especially when it comes to a topic, because then after a while it feels, I don't know, it loses more meaning the more and more you keep on doing it, you know? But it is still important. Like I said, there are people who pretend that they have it, so it's reasonable why some people might think that a lot of people are faking it, because there's too many people nowadays, especially on social media, trying to get attention or trying to have people feel bad for them, or whatever BS reasoning. They pretend that they have this or that problem. People lie about a lot of stuff. It's crazy out there, especially on social media. People talking about, oh, I have this disease and I'm dying, or I died and this and that. It's like, it's just crazy. It just gets crazy sometimes. So I can see on that front. Then there's also the people who just deny these mental health problems and just saying these people are whining and complaining. Like I mentioned, Andrew Tate, because a lot of people were quoting his, oh, it's like a ghost, just don't believe in it, which is stupid, because like I said, if that was the case, there's a lot of people that do have it that don't say anything, or a lot of people that don't say stuff to other people. So it's like, if they were believing that, what it's just stupid. And like I said, he's not a psychologist. None of these people that say that shit, because usually the people that say that are not people who have any expertise in psychology or anything to understand that. So it's like, why the fuck are they keep on saying it when they don't know shit about what they're talking about? Either bring me up credentials of you having something connected to it, or shut up. Like, you can have your own opinion. Sorry for that. Like, you can have your own opinion, but like, let's be honest here. If you have no expertise in something, your opinion doesn't mean shit if you don't have anything to back it up. You can talk out of your ass all the time, and at the end of the day, people are just gonna tell you to shut the fuck up. And I think that's what people that don't have any majors that say that stuff should do. Just shut the fuck up, because at that point, in the end of the day, you can have your opinion, but if your opinion is stupid, we have the right to make fun of you and deny any believability of it. Now, unless I heard it from a psychologist explain it, then it's a little bit more. But just hearing from somebody who doesn't just denies most of reality or whatever, it's not gonna really make me agree with them. Like, oh yeah, they're right. It's like, do you have any do you have any degrees? And not even degrees, but do you have any sort of knowledge in that field? No? Then shut the fuck up. Like, it's that simple. But then there's also the gaslighters, who are the worst. Those ones, they're all about themselves, and they have to manipulate and trick the person, especially the person that they're hurting. That's what they usually do, because usually the reason there are a lot of people that are in pain is because they have somebody that's doing it to them, and that person is the one that's like saying that it's not real, you don't have it. Sorry again. That you don't have it, they try to deny it because they don't want to be called out and outed as the problem. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for next time.